All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you a jam-packed episode of some of the most important things that you need to be aware of in crypto land. So folks, in this video, I'm gonna run through some brief technical analysis with Ethereum and distill for you what I believe are some of the most important things that you need to be aware of. Talk about Bitcoin, and also mention a mid cap and a low cap that you need to be aware of. So folks, this video is going to be jam packed with tons of helpful knowledge. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. You know, it really helps us out. We put a lot of time and effort and research into making these videos. It also helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So folks, if you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, it really helps us out. Really appreciate it. So folks, I've been noticing something. Let's begin with Ethereum. I think Ethereum is pretty close to breaking out and picking more of a direction in the very near future here. So, folks, I let our Twitter followers know the other day, I let our Discord members know the other day, and I let our YouTube members know the other day. So, folks, join our Discord, link for that down in the description. Join our Twitter, link for that down in the description. That Ethereum was forming this diamond pattern, and that we may be right now be nearing a breakup point for Ethereum. So, folks, what is a diamond pattern? Why should you care? Whenever we're forming this kind of pattern, whatever way we break out of the diamond, we typically move a minimum, the height of the diamond. So this yellow line represents the height of the diamond. I just copied and pasted that over here and turned this, in green and red. So if we break out bullishly, I think our price target is all-time highs, $2,000 to about just under $2,100. I'd say about, 2,080 bucks is this region right here is my price target if we break out bullishly. If we start to break down bearishly, because it seems like we're breaking out bullishly right now, but it could be a fake out. So let's say we break down bearishly, then I think Ethereum probably has a good chance of retesting 1550 to about 1500. So to put this even more simply, 1550 to 1500 is my price target if we break down from this diamond. Bullish breakout price targets all-time highs at $2,030 to about $2,080. Some key support and resistance areas that we need to be aware of to try and understand what direction we can move with more confidence is this resistance zone of 1880. If we start to hold above 1880, break above 1880 and hold at 1880, then I think it makes it far more likely that we see that bullish continuation. If we start to break down below 1750 to 1740, if we break down below that, if we have a bearish breakout and break down below that, I think that makes it far more likely that we see that bearish continuation and that leg down to this level. So these are my price targets if we break out bullishly or bearishly. These are the two support/resistance levels that you need to be aware of to understand and be more confident of what direction we break out. So that's what's going on with Ethereum. Now, it's also very important to follow the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, because with following the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, you can find hidden support and resistance levels and bullish and bearish divergence that you may not have anticipated if you were just looking at the US dollar value of Ethereum. So if we start to break down, so we're kind of, just to first describe, we're kind of in this key range here. So we can see based off this green line and this red resistance zone, we're constantly finding rejection and support within this narrow channel here. We can't just move in this narrow channel forever. Eventually, we're gonna have to break out and pick a direction. Whatever way we break out, whether bullishly or bearishly, will be very telling for understanding what way Ethereum breaks out of this diamond pattern that we've formed. If we break out bullishly, I think our next target is over here. If we break down bearishly, I think our next target is here at the 2.6 bullish breakout to the 3.5 region. So that's what I'm looking out for with Ethereum. Now, folks, it is very important to always follow and understand what Bitcoin is doing, because Bitcoin leads the cryptocurrency markets. I'm noticing something very interesting, which is Bitcoin is in a very precarious place. Whenever we've had massive impulses, massive run-ups, and we don't know whether we're going to see bullish continuation or if we're going to break down, I love to draw pitchforks, because I've drawn pitchforks historically whenever we're near a top and we've had a massive impulse, and historically speaking, I found them very helpful for trying to time and figure out when we break down from key levels and when we're probably in store for a substantial leg down. So I've drawn a pitchfork here from the bottom of this impulse to the top and then the retracement, and this gives us some support and resistance levels that are likely to be valid. And if you just look, you can see how we're kind of reacting based off our pitchfork. But I've also drawn a wedge here which I think is going to be, again, very telling and further confirmation, depending on what way we react off this wedge and this pitchfork, will be very telling for what way we break out of this thing. Because if we break down bearishly, then we could find support on this wedge here. If we start to break down from this pitchfork and this wedge, I think it makes it far more likely that we retest $54,000. Folks, if we break down from this pitchfork, I think it makes it far more likely that we retest this zone here. $54,000 is my price target if we start to break down from this pitchfork. If we break down from this pitchfork, I think temporary support could be anywhere from 57,750 to about 57,555, just because of this fib level here, and this is a kind of a price reactive zone. So if that doesn't hold, I think our next temporary stop is 56,180. And again, each one of these levels that we break down below, if we break down bearishly, make it more likely that we go to my price target zone here of $54,000. And again, if we break down from this pitchfork, I think something like that makes it far more likely. And each major support level that we break down makes it more likely that the bearish trend continues. So those are some of the key levels that I'm looking out for with Bitcoin. Let's say we break out bullishly here. Well, something we can do is we take the height of the wedge, move it to the breakout point. Could we see, a $66,000 Bitcoin? I think so. Lines up pretty beautifully with one of our fib levels here. So I think this is kind of my price target, 65,000 here. 65,000, almost 66,000. Yeah, I'd say 66,000 if we break out bullishly, and here if we break down bearishly. So that's what I'm thinking with Bitcoin, folks. And again, always important to follow Bitcoin because it leads the market. Now, I'm going to bring you a low cap gem that I've been shilling to our VIP Discord members about. But before I do, I want to bring you kind of like a mid-capper-ish coin that I really like, which is Oneinch, and a coin that I think deserves your consideration and deserves to be on your radar. Now, I made a video a few days ago saying that Oneinch was very likely to break out very soon. I made that video back when it was like below $4.40. Right before the breakout, I made the video. So folks, do yourself a favor, stay tuned to this channel, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon notified of new uploads. So we're trying to break out bullishly from this macro descending triangle here. But we keep getting rejected off these levels. We have lots of clusters of resistance all throughout these regions. So we actually broke through the key level of $460 to about $495. We can see the VPVR point of control where the most volume was traded was $4.90. So I think the key level that we need to maintain above in order to see bullish continuation is that $4.90. And if we can get above that psychological level of $5, that's just a cherry on top, all the better. If we can get above, 512 to about 540. I say 540 because that's where we have a spike in volume, and 512 because this is a historically price reactive level. Whenever it is that we can leave this zone here, I think that is when Oneinch truly starts to take off. And let's take the conservative case here. Take the height of our triangle, move it to the breakout point. Could we see a Oneinch anywhere from $6.50, $7.50? I think something like that makes a lot of sense. And why should you care about Oneinch specifically? Folks, I'm very bullish on the long-term future of Oneinch. Oneinch is an aggregator. The reason why I like Oneinch is because, folks, there's a lot of different exchanges out there. Uniswap, Binance Smart Chain, Sushi. But with Oneinch, you don't have to bet on the success of any one exchange because Oneinch just routes trades through wherever you can get the best prices, and no matter what exchange, whether it's through, I think Oneinch has like about a dozen or so exchanges it routes trades through. So Oneinch, you're basically betting. You don't have Oneinch will route your trade on whoever is providing the best value to you. So you don't have to bet on SushiSwap. You don't have to bet on Uniswap because Oneinch will just like I said route your trade throughout whoever is providing you the best value for your trade. So it's an aggregator. It's just a trade aggregator. It's a DEX aggregator. So I love Oneinch. I think it's going to do very well over the long term. Staking pools, a lot of very interesting things. They recently released their version 3, which provides lower gas fees. So now Oneinch actually has cheaper gas fees than Uniswap. So there's a ton I like about Oneinch. We just broke out. If we can maintain above these key levels, I think we're going to see bullish continuation. This is a lot. I have a large bag. Well, relatively. For me, it's a large bag, a relatively large bag of Oneinch. I'm very bullish on the long-term prospects of this thing. Now, folks, let me bring you a low cap gem that I've been talking to our VIP Discord members about. Folks, if you want to join our VIP Discord and get access to the low cap gems that we're talking about and interested in before anyone else gets to hear about them, join our Patreon. Link for that is down in the description below. We have different tiers. The $9 tier gives you access to the VIP Discord where we talk about the low cap gems. So, folks, without further ado, let me bring you this cryptocurrency, DCENT deck. I love this thing. It has a very bright future. So let me explain why. So DCENT, but before we delve into the price structure, let's kind of explain what it is and why you should care and the opportunity with this thing. So DCENT is essentially a competitor with basic attention token that's trying to do more things. So if we go to the website here and we go to the roadmap, the reason why I'm so bullish on this thing is because it's trying to be a competitor to basic attention token, but it's trying to do more things. And very interestingly, they're launching their mainnet in Q2. Folks, that is a big deal. Why? Because basic attention token has a market cap of 1.6 billion. What's the market cap of DCENT? 35 million. Folks, I really like DCENT. They're trying to be a better version of basic attention token. You know, their team's not really doing a whole lot of development. I've honestly gotten bored with BAT. I took all my, I actually held BAT for a while. I made 150% ROI on it, and I moved it all over to DCENT. So a lot of interesting things going on with this project. Do your own research, but it's essentially a competitor to basic attention token, much lower market cap, and the price structure. They're releasing their mainnet in Q2, a giant bullish catalyst, a few months away or so, and the price structure also looks very interesting. So I was talking to our Discord members about this thing ever since it was below 30 cents. So. Like any one of our calls could pay for VIP Discord for years. So, I mean, you do you. But look, I see a few very interesting things happening with this thing. So we had a massive run up, massive crash. Where would I be looking to accumulate this thing if I were so inclined? Well, I drew a Fibonacci extension and a Fibonacci retracement to try to understand some support levels where I would be looking to accumulate. So to begin with our Fibonacci extension here, I would probably want to accumulate if we fall back down to the 236 Fibonacci level here. I'd say anywhere from 43 to 40 cents is where I would be looking to dollar cost average my way into DCENT. Again, no guarantee that we fall back down that low, but if we continue to get rejected off 51 cents here and the fib level of the 382, then I think we have a good chance of perhaps falling back down and retesting these regions. Again, 43 to 40 cents is a buy zone for me. And let's say that doesn't hold as support. Let's say we fall further. Let's say we fall below the 236. Let's say we fall below 40 cents. Well then, based off our Fibonacci retracement here, then I would be looking to accumulate in the 618, the golden pocket. So for those who don't know, you draw a Fibonacci retracement from the macro low point to the macro high point, and then you get some support levels that, any kind of security is likely to find support after a massive impulse and then a retracement. So securities typically like to fall and find their support in the Fibonacci, in the 618, the golden pocket region. So anytime DCENT falls into this zone from 40 cents to 30 cents, for myself, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, so there's not financial advice. That would be a buy for me. Anywhere in the golden pocket here is a buy for me. But let's say more specifically, right? Let's say you want to time this a bit better. I would say anywhere from 30 cents to about 33 cents. Nice kind of price reactive zone. If we zoom in, you might be able to see, price reactive zone a little bit better. But yeah, anywhere from 30 cents to about 33 cents is where I would be looking to buy in. So basically, these purple channels with the green highlight around them is where I would personally be looking to accumulate DCENT. And if we continue to not hold above 52, 51 cents, I think a leg down and a rejection is probably in store. Although not a guarantee. None of this is a guarantee, folks. But over the long term, I think DCENT has a very good chance of doing very well. Lots of bullish catalysts in its future here. So, and in terms of its competitors, it's extremely undervalued. So I really like DCENT. And folks, if you want to hear about more low cap gems just like this before anyone else gets to hear them, join our VIP Discord. Link to join that is through the Patreon down in the description below. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to stay tuned to this channel. We're going to bring you the latest and greatest in technical analysis and cryptocurrency news. So like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, folks, take care.